Most people are told they need to invest for retirement, but almost nobody actually explains where your money should go or why. That's why so many people feel confused when they hear terms like 401 and Roth IRA. In this video, I'm going to break down the difference between a 401 and a Roth IRA in plain English, explain how each one works, how taxes apply, and help you understand which one makes sense for your situation.
Big picture, what these accounts actually
are. Before we even compare the two, there's one really important thing you need to understand. A 401 and a Roth IRA are not investments themselves, they are containers that hold investments. Think of them like backpacks. The backpack doesn't grow your money. What you put inside it does. Stocks, index funds, ETFs, and mutual funds are what actually grow your money over time. The 401 and Roth IRA simply decide how money goes in, how it grows, and how it gets taxed.
What a 401 is?
401 is an employer-sponsored retirement account, which means you only have access to one through your job. Your employer sets it up, and they also decide which investment options are available inside the account. You don't open a 401 on your own. It's offered as a workplace benefit, usually as part of your overall compensation package.
How money goes into a 401?
When you contribute to a traditional 401, the money goes in before taxes. So if you earn $50,000 a year and decide to contribute $5,000 to your 401, you're only taxed as if you earned $45,000. That lowers your taxable income today, which is one of the biggest advantages of a 401. This is what people mean when they say a 401 uses pre-tax money.
Employer match, free money most people miss.
One of the most important features of a 401 is the employer match. Many employers will contribute money to your 401 based on how much you put in. For example, an employer might match 50% of your contributions up to a certain percentage of your salary. If you don't contribute enough to get that full match, you are literally leaving free money on the table. From a financial advisor's perspective, contributing enough to get the full employer match should almost always be the first priority.
How a 401 grows over time.
401 grows in three main ways: the money you contribute, the money your employer contributes, and the growth of the investments inside the account over time. Most 401 plans offer options like index funds, mutual funds, and target date retirement funds. Over long periods of time, the real power of a 401 comes from compound, where your gains begin earning gains of their own.
How taxes work with a 401.
With a traditional 401, you get a tax break today but pay taxes later. When you retire and start withdrawing money from your 401, every dollar you take out is taxed as regular income. That includes the money you originally contributed and all of the growth it earned. If you withdraw money before age 50, 9.5, you usually pay income taxes plus an additional 10% penalty. The government wants this money used specifically for retirement.
Required minimum distributions.
Another important thing to know about 401s is that the government eventually requires you to start withdrawing money, even if you don't need it yet. These withdrawals are called required minimum distributions. The reason they exist is simple. Because you received a tax break up front, the government wants to make sure it eventually collects taxes on that money.
Downsides of a 401.
While 401s are extremely powerful, they do have downsides. Your investment choices are limited to what your employer offers. You don't know what tax rates will look like in the future, so you don't know how much you'll owe when you retire. There are penalties for early withdrawals, and you're forced to take money out later in life whether you need it or not. Because of this, a 401 is often best used as part of a larger retirement strategy.
What a Roth IRA is.
A Roth IRA is an individual retirement account, which means you open it yourself rather than through an employer. You choose where it's held, whether that's a brokerage like Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab, and you also choose how the money is invested. This gives you much more control than a 401.
How money goes into a Roth IRA.
With a Roth IRA, you contribute money after taxes. That means you earn income, pay taxes on it, and then invest what's left. There is no immediate tax break when you contribute to a Roth IRA, and that's often what makes people hesitant to use one. The real benefit shows up later.
How a Roth IRA grows.
A Roth IRA grows the same way a 401 does. Your contributions are invested. Those investments grow over time, and compound growth does the heavy lifting. The difference between a Roth IRA and a 401 isn't how the money grows, but how it's taxed when you take it out.
Taxes on a Roth IRA, the big advantage.
When you withdraw money from a Roth IRA retirement, you pay zero taxes. You don't pay taxes on the money you contributed, and you don't pay taxes on the growth. That means decades of investment gains can be withdrawn completely tax-free. This gives you certainty and protects you from higher tax rates in the future.
Access and flexibility with a Roth IRA.
Another major advantage of a Roth IRA is flexibility. You can withdraw your contributions at any time, for any reason, without taxes or penalties. While the investment growth still has rules, this feature makes a Roth IRA far more flexible than a 401, especially for younger investors.
No required minimum distributions for Roth IRAs.
Unlike a 401, Roth IRAs do not have required minimum distributions. You are never forced to withdraw money from the account during your lifetime. This allows the money to continue growing and makes Roth IRAs a strong tool for long-term planning and passing wealth to heirs.
Roth IRA limitations you should know.
Roth IRAs do have limits. The amount you can contribute each year is lower than a 401, and there are income limits that determine whether you can contribute directly. High earners may need additional strategies to access Roth benefits. These limits don't apply to 401s, which is why many people use both.
Downsides of a Roth IRA.
The biggest downside of a Roth IRA is the lack of an upfront tax break. You're choosing to pay taxes today in exchange for tax-free money later. Depending Depending on your current income and tax bracket, this can feel painful in the short term.
401 vs Roth IRA, simple comparison.
Here's the simplest way to think about it. A 401 lets you save on taxes now and pay them later. A Roth IRA makes you pay taxes now so you never have to pay them again. Neither one is automatically better. The right choice depends on your income today, your expected income in retirement, your tax situation, and your long-term goals.
Why many people use both?
This is why many financial advisors recommend using both accounts. A common strategy is to contribute enough to your 401 to get the full employer match, then fund a Roth IRA, and then go back to your 401 if you want to save more. This approach gives you free money, tax diversification, and flexibility in retirement.
Final thoughts.
The biggest mistake most people make isn't choosing the wrong retirement account. It's not starting at all. If you understand how a 401 and a Roth IRA work, you're already ahead of most people. Once you start investing consistently, time and compound growth do the heavy lifting for you. If this breakdown helped you understand retirement accounts better, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment what financial topic you want explained next.